Grand Rising, Karen. Hello, darling. Thank you so much for the birthday card. I got it yesterday. Thank you so much. It's so cute with the little unicorn on front. Hello, Cinderella. Hello, darling. Oh, no worries. My sister sent a card too, and it didn't get to me till yesterday either. The mail's been really funny around here. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. I know, and my sister's sending it from, Alabama. And you're not really that far either. A few states up. But yeah. Yes, it's been redonkulous. Exactly. Hi, Cinnamon. Hello, darling. I had a busy morning. Busy morning this morning. Ouch. Hopped in the shower, then I felt like singing a song, hopped on Star Maker, sang a song, then I figured out that I could link Star Maker to TikTok, so I was like, okay, let's link this, let's share this. So I shared a little song I did called Glow, which I freaking love the song. Just heard it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh my god, I love it. It just spoke to me about soldiers of light and stuff. Yes, you don't hear a lot of songs with exactly that in it. That soldiers of light and what we do and stuff. So, hi, Mark. Hello, darling. Welcome in. So I've had a busy morning. I've been up since like 6 o'clock. My husband woke me up when he left this morning. Go and get our glasses today. I got brand new glasses. They're finally done. So I'm picking those up today. I can't wait. My other glasses are shot. It'll be nice to be able to see exactly perfectly again. With my glasses on. Far away. I don't need any glasses when I'm doing things close up. Just when I'm looking far away. I am nearsighted, which means I can't see things far away. Yeah. Oh, you got your new glasses in today? Ah, that's funny. Grand Rising, Betty. Hello, darling. Hello, Irish. Grand Rising, beautiful angels. What else are we doing today? We're going to do, we have a rune today. We're going to do a rune today. We're going to do some more of the Lost Key of the Buddha, of course. And we have a message from Serapis Bay. And it's called On the Edge of the Great Awakening. On the Edge of the Great Awakening. I think we're well into the Great Awakening now. I really do. More and more people are remembering. And that is also the why Spirit had me do that song this morning, to help people remember who they are at a soul level. It's time to step into divinity, and some people need to be reminded of who they are, and it's going to help them remember, because that's what it's all about. It's all about remembering who you are at a soul level. Really? You're nearsighted with astigmatism? Oh, wow. Yep, I'm really, I have to have the yeah, I have to have the special thing put on my glasses because when I drive at night, it looks like cars are coming right to me if I don't have the special whatever it is, filter or whatever. Grand Rising BX. Hello, darling. You have an astigmatism too? I probably do too. Hi, Chris. Hi, beautiful. I think it's really cool, Chris, that you had just heard the song Glow too, because I was just introduced to it by Spirit about 2 weeks ago. And I knew I had to learn it. So I learned it right away. I was singing it within a day or two. Yeah. Hello, Christina. Hello, beautiful angel. Yeah, there are no coincidences around here. You're nearsighted with stigmatism too? Really? Is that another... That's another thing that we have in common, a lot of us then, huh? Yeah, I'm nearsighted. Yep. Lots of us. Holy cow. Interesting. We're finding more and more synchronicities between our family here. Right? Hi, Flower Power. Hello, darling. Who has seen the Stairway to the Stars thing? Laugh out. They talk about it. Stairway to the Stars. I think I've seen that. Hello, Pepsi Ladybug. Hello, beautiful angel. Thank you for the hugs. I love hugs. There's a conference on Gaia that talk about the eye traits at one point, like what it means. Oh, interesting. I had a dream that we all gathered in a cool little village and we were all happy and loving. It was awesome. Oh, I love that, Christy. I love that. Oh, does it say a lot of the light workers on the planet are nearsighted? Right? Great dream. I've had dreams many times about all of us. Mm-hmm. Right? If you'd only love school. Double astigmatism refracts 12 in both eyes. The special contacts you have bend the eye so it can see. Wow. I have never had contacts. I've always just used glasses because I just use them usually just when I'm driving. Or when I have to see when I have to see far away. Other than that, I don't really use my glasses. All right, here we go. Oh, where'd it go? Well, alrighty then. I was doing some research on the flower of life, which is actually the daisy of death, but yeah. All right, let's see. Spotify. How's everyone doing? It is already Friday. It's already Friday. This week just went barreling by. Like it was Monday and now it's already Friday. Fight song is on. Fight song. We still got a lot of fight left in us. All right. We got our cards for the day. We're going to do a rune today. Let me make sure I have my rune book here. Sometimes I like this book and sometimes I don't, but we'll see what we get for a rune today. I know, it was just Monday. It's like this whole week. You wear glasses for distance driving and occasionally. Right, Mark. Exactly. I can't wait to get my new glasses. Chakra Wisdom says, oh, Unstoppable's playing for us. Aha. Third eye chakra. Wisdom and discernment. I am open. Hi, Jill. Hi, beautiful. I am open to understanding the spiritual truths behind the situations occurring in my life right now. I offer my wisdom to assist others along their path. I trust in a higher source to guide me and to help others who ask for my guidance. I practice discernment and listen deeply within for the truth. I choose to respond to rather than just react to situations, acting with clarity, courage, and conviction. Yes. Ah. Oh, I can't drive without my glasses. I can't see the signs up. I can't the road is blurry, kind of blurry to me, and I definitely can't do it at night. Oh my goodness. It would look like cars were barreling into me. Wouldn't be good. It would not be good at all. Here's our these are the healing energy. Healing energy. Divine light. I am an expression of love and I shine like the sun. Yes, you do. My inner light is my strength and my treasure. Yes. Oh my goodness. My inner light is my strength and my treasure. Treasure, hidden treasure is part of the song Glow. Yep. My intuition guides me to discover the wonder and goodness of who I am. Follow your intuition when you get those little nudges from spirit to do something. Creation. I have the power to direct my life with a constructive attitude. I create what is best for my soul. I firmly believe I can transform and improve my inner and outer worlds by turning every thought into affirmative action. I act in the image of God and bring light into my life. Yes, creation. Trina, hi, beautiful angel. Hi, Teresa. Hi, beautiful. We'll get you a cup of coffee. Ooh, Bloom by 311. Okay, Bobby Rocks, let me put that on there. Look at this. Oh, we're light today. That's all there is to it, right? Creation, divine light. I am light. We got all light cards. I always have hope, no matter the ordeal. I have faith in a better future. I turn darkness into light. I open my heart to others and to God, and am spiritually strong. I draw light to me and shine with all my being. Yes, I am light. Yes. Omaha Bloom. Okay, let's see. Let's listen to that song. I'm feeling I'm going to play it. Bloom by 311. Okay. Let's see. Bloom by 311. I don't see it. Let me see. 311. Full Bloom? Full Bloom it's called. Full Bloom. Okay. Here we go. Wah, 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 wah. Let me add it. Save. Add to playlist. Rainbow Butterflies. Okay. Why are you sleepy in the morning and wired at night? Gotcha. Having blueberry coffee. Oh, yum. Awesome. Okay. It's on it. It's on the list now. Okay. Yes, please hit that thumbs up button, guys. Hello, Lynette. Hello, darling. All right, here's our Work Your Light. These are the cards that are directly for Starseed Lightworkers. Work Your Light. Pillars of light. Remember who you are at a soul level. You are a pillar holding the light on the planet. You are an oracle. Again, we're reminded of who we are at a soul level. And our vibrations are rising with every decision that we make, every choice that we make. You are the oracle. You are the oracle. Akasha. Go into your Akashic records. Your guidance is divinely guided. Oh, we will be having past life regression, group past life regression tonight. For those that want to come, please share with your friends. I will make a video after class sometime about it, because I know there was a lot of people that keep missing. And we didn't have it last Friday because it was my birthday, so I did something with my family instead. And Council of Light, there they are. They're always with us. The Ascended Masters. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Yes, it will be at 7. It'll be from 7 to 9. 7 to 9-ish. Okay. Here is our Rose Oracle. Rose Oracle. Or 7 to 8:30-ish, actually. Because we start, 7:30 is when the travel happens. 7 to 7:30 is when I put you under into induction, and then you have your experience from 7 to 7:30, and then we talk about it from 7:30 to 8. Oh yeah, it is from 7 to 8. It's about an hour. It's about an hour. Name. I don't know what this is. All right, we'll let Spirit go. I'll let the music play to however it's going to play. I'm not going to put it on a list today. Spirit's saying let it play, let it play. So that's what I'm going to do. It's saying name by the Goo Goo Dolls. By the Goo Goo Dolls. It doesn't Iris sing. Iris is one of the Goo Goo Dolls song. Okay. The child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness, tenderness. Hello, Serafina. Hello, beautiful angel. The second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. The second bloom. Rebirth. The rebirth. The sacred waters. Nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, self-care, the sacred waters. Make sure that you are drinking lots of water, and because you have to replenish your energy. We're using so much energy holding the light every day. Being the light every day. It takes a lot of energy to do this. So make sure you're replenishing yourself with rest and water and sunlight. Yes. Here is our fairy card. Our fairy card. There's 27 people in here and I have 16 lights. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Please. It helps the algorithm here in YouTube. Helps those that need to find us to remember who they are at a soul level to find us. Right? Wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. Wish wisely. Yes. Here is our animal for the day. Our animal is the bison. Abundance. Yes. There's the white bison. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Yes, Grand Rising Victoria. Alana Donna. Yes, Grand Rising. All right, here is... Yeah, Teresa, you got to drink lots of water. And here is our awakened dreamer. Sacred puzzle pieces. Every experience you've survived and thrived on is like a puzzle piece in a grand jigsaw. See yourself in the future, at the time and place where all your pieces, as random as they may seem, click into place, making sense and revealing the most magnificent mosaic. Yes, everything that you've been through has made you into the person that you are today. Everything that you go through creates who you are. Every choice you make, every decision. Here's our angel cards for the day, and it is Cupid. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. Yes. Open your heart to love. All types of love, not just sexual love or love like that, but all types of love. Love for the plants, love for the animals, love for the earth, love for God, love for Jesus, love for your ancestors, love for the council, love for everyone in here, right? Open your heart to the love. And here is our butterfly card, because we are the rainbow butterflies. Yes. The more I trust in life, the better things turn out. Yes. Trust in your life. Everything's going to be exactly as it's supposed to be, exactly as you create it to be. Here is our ascended master. Our ascended master for the day. There you go, guys. It's Archangel Michael. Trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow the miracle to occur. Allow the miracle to occur. Archangel Michael, he's been that's why he's been with me all morning. All morning. I watched a video this morning about people using AI glasses, and Archangel Michael was something they saw through AI glasses at a church. So I thought that was really interesting. All right, guys, we do have a rune today. We do have a rune we're going to have today. So I'm going to pull our rune for us today. And then we are going to get... okay. We're going to get an intense message from Archangel Michael today. So, let me go ahead and choose one of these runes in here. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. There it is. Oh, This one is called Tiwaz, I believe. I believe it's Tiwaz. The arrow is Tiwaz. Let me see if I'm right. Yes, it's Tiwaz. It means warrior. It means warrior. So let's see what the message is for Tiwaz. It means warrior. $137. Okay. Oh, this is An Island Still Remains is the song. Tiwaz, can there be justice in lies? I ask of Tyr, order over chaos. Is loss always present in compromise? Strength of convictions demands a price. Who dares deny the wolf his true nature? Aha! The wolf. My husband's a wolf. Can there be justice in lies? Tiwaz shows up again and again in so many readings and in so many conversations. What happens when we really tell the truth? So often I hear people say they cannot be truthful because it would hurt someone's feelings or upset someone, or that their partner, family member, friend, work associate just would not understand. If you are currently living your life from the place of fear and compromise, then perhaps Tiwaz can point the way back to integrity. Loss is always involved in compromise. Strength of conviction always demands a price. Integrity begins with telling the truth to yourself. This is the story of Tyr and the wolf Fenrir, son of the giantess Angrboda, and Loki, brother to the great serpent Jormungand, and brother to Hela, who dwells in the realm of the dead. I am so familiar with all of these entities through gaming. Almost every single one of these are in the game World of Warcraft. This is a story most often told from the perspective of Tyr, a warrior for truth and justice, who upholds the traditional sources of authority. In the popular version of the story, Tyr is a hero because he keeps chaos at bay and loses his hand to the wolf in the bargain. There is another part of this story that is rarely explored. Tyr lost his hand because he lied to the wolf and tricked him into being bound with the magical chains that the dwarfs had made. Why did he do it? Why would he lie? Because the high gods told him to. Because he was afraid to go against traditional sources of authority. Because he believed it was necessary to keep the peace. No matter the reason, Tyr suffered a loss when he compromised his role as a truth teller. No doubt he would have paid a price as well if he had gone against the orders of the other gods and refused to lie to the wolf. But the price would have been different from the loss suffered because of compromise. And what about the wolf? Do we ever hear the story from the perspective of the wolf or in support of the wolf? A wolf is a wolf is a wolf. It is the wolf's nature, of course. He bit off the hand of Tyr. What else would a wolf have done in the face of lies and treachery? Working with the spirit and essence of Tiwaz gives you the opportunity to dig around in your own issues of truth, compromise, integrity, and loss. When you reflect on the story, you can ask yourself, who am I in the tale? Am I the high gods, the wolf, Tyr? Am I perhaps the hand that got eaten? There is no right answer. There is no wrong answer. Only you can say what is true for you. Isn't that interesting, Christina? Here is one of the many things that happen when you do not speak truth to those around you. First, you justify your withholding. You say something to the effect that speaking truthfully would cause upset or anger or conflict. Your withholding creates an energy that is ever so subtle, but can still be felt by the other person, even if they are not aware of what they are feeling. They have an animal sense that something is off. An animal sense that something is off. Not quite right, and that creates the energy of distrust. They pull back from you and withhold because they sense you cannot be trusted. Once they do that, you feel it. And then you feel justified and right in the decision you made not to speak your truth. And then it just builds from there. All this happens on an almost imperceptible level. It can happen in a matter of seconds or over a long period of time. It is not so much about what you say, but rather what you do not say. You can call upon Tiwaz to support you in living with integrity and strength of conviction, enjoying relationships based on truth-telling and trust. You can ask yourself, where in my life am I compromising myself, my dreams, my health and happiness because I am afraid to go against the high gods or have been convinced of it? It is my duty to keep the order at the expense of my own truth. Tiwaz can support you in building a strong sense of self-worth so you fearlessly live your true nature. Tiwaz is all about living your authentic self truthfully, right? Yes, Christina. Yes. So that is the rune for the day. And wow, yes. So very significant, the Tiwaz rune for today. So very significant. Love it. All right. Archangel Michael does have a message for us. And I'm going to find it. I haven't found it yet, but I know I'm going to find it. All right, Archangel Michael, what are you trying to tell us today? I was led to the second book. I'm going to do the first message here from Archangel Michael. True value is a matter of the heart. True value is a matter of the heart. Let's see if we've had that one yet. Nope. Okay. This is going to be the message for the day from Archangel Michael. True value is a matter of the heart. July, we have a date also. Here's a date for you, July 19th, 1997. July 19th. Okay. Woo-wee. All right. Let me put that there. Oh, 365 this song is called by Shinedown. I'm listening to the words of it. Kind of getting the words. Good afternoon, my friend, and thank you for sitting this day. This is Michael of the Archangelic Realms. Come to briefly commune with you this day so that there may be greater understanding of what it is you ones are experiencing at this time. I come in and of the light. The light, yes. Thank you for asking and reaffirming the connection. As messengers of God's desires, we of the host will continue to give forth the promised guidance that is part of the third dimensional experience. You each, prior to entering into this experience, knew that there would be guidance offered to you along the way. This guidance has always been part of the third dimensional experience and shall always be a part. For many at this time, it is quite a stretch to accept such writings as authentic or real. This is fine, for the promise is that they be offered, not shoved down anyone's throat. There are many who are seeking to connect and find that which seems to be lacking in their lives. These ones are hungry for that which gives a sense of genuine value and meaning to their lives. Each must find their own way through the challenges before them at this time. Each must choose for themselves that which is of value and act accordingly. Many place great value on money or a higher paying job. This is fine if it be your choice. I will, however, ask you to consider the lasting value of a true friend, or the value of the smile that comes to the face of ones when you offer them honest praise for that which they have completed. What is the value of these things that makes you feel alive and connected? You each are part of the oneness that many refer to as God. When you do something for or to another, you are doing the same for or to yourself and God. Everything in the physical is a result of God's creative thinking. There is an inner connectedness of all things in the physical by way of a non-physical counterpart that is as much a part of your experience as is the chair upon which you sit or the air that you breathe. This non-physical counterpart is the electromagnetic light energy that animates the body and causes the apparent motion of electrons around the atom. It is the energy which causes all substance to have a frequency and vibration. It is, simply put, God expressing himself. This is not new information, nor is it brought to you in some sort of mystical manner. Every culture on your planet has ones who will bring forth these messages of inspired truth. Earth, each will be unique in style and limited in some ways by the language base into which the messages are translated. The individual examples may vary, but the general message will never change. For example, it would make very little sense to talk about atoms to a primitive culture that has just discovered fire. However, when you talk about the warmth of the fire, they can understand the concept and may be able, on a feeling level, to relate it to the idea that it is of God, as are the trees that grow around these primitive ones, or the food that is taken within for nourishment. Look at the messages of ancient philosophies, and you will see the same ideas recurring over and over again. Whether the concept, for instance, be angels or spirit guides, there is little difference except for terminology of translation into the physical. Learn to let go of the prejudices and conceptual frameworks which limit you to so-called modern ideas. There are many ancient teachings that are again being brought forth to you ones. Some of these were written many hundreds of thousands of years ago, yet they state the same basic message. You have the tools and information before you at this time to discern what has value and what does not. There is that which will fill the void within or fuel the desire to feel an inner sense of worth or value. Inner fulfillment comes from understanding who you really are and why you are here at this time. The answers are simple. However, there are ones, especially in positions of authority, and most especially in your churches, who would keep you from recognizing this fact. You are led to believe that these questions cannot be readily answered, especially by lowly you. and certainly not from such a personal and direct process as going within. Remember, you are infinite beings experiencing within a body. That body is but a shell that you utilize so that you can come into a more focused state of awareness and thus concentrate upon challenging situations so that you can grow an understanding of what it means to be a co-creator with God. You are in a schoolroom called Earth. The overall purpose is so that you can have opportunity to expand your awareness and ability to responsibly create. The value comes in an ability to handle more and more of the infinite creative potential that is within each and every one of you. This only comes when you prove your understanding of the laws of cause and effect. This is to say that you must learn to be responsible for the effects of that which you create. This goes for any and all creations, regardless of size or magnitude. If you create an unbalanced situation in your home life by lying to your family members and then denying same when confronted by them later, then how can you be trusted with the responsibility of creating a third-dimensional solar system, let alone a universe yourself? We are talking here of infinite creative potential. That is why you ones have chosen to come into the physical and go through the challenges of life with only a limited conscious connection to that with which you are connected. All, everything, everywhere. You are efforting to expand your awareness of who you are, as well as become more skilled in the utilization of your abilities to manifest and create. Now, while you will only be given that which you can handle, you can be assured that it will be a challenge to you, so that if you so choose, you can maximize the rate at which you grow. Notice also that you always have the option to quit. However, it is then far more difficult to be responsible for that which you have set in motion in the first place. And though you can always run away from a situation when it gets uncomfortable, it is quite another thing to see a challenge through to completion. Each time you are faced with the choice to continue or to quit, you must examine what is upon which you place value and what it is that will fulfill within you the desires of the heart. The heart is given to know what is right and what is wrong. The mind is given to reason all data and evaluate and place importance upon things. It is often the case that the mind and the heart are in conflict because the reactionary impulse of the mind is to avoid pain, while the innate knowing of the heart is to seek out growth, which often leads to pain. That is growing pains. This is where discernment of value comes into play. You each must decide for yourselves what has personal value to you. Is the emotional pressure so great that you cannot persist another moment? Do you have to run away? Is there no other choice? Would being homeless on the street be better than going to work just one more day? These are questions of value and balance. While there are no wrong choices, there are better choices. And be assured that when you run away from a challenge, it will be coming back around to impact your experience again. It may not be in this lifetime or even on this particular planet, but you will have to again face that which you could not presently overcome. If you are ever to get through the third dimensional schoolroom, though you may not be able to see it from your current vantage point, there is great value in all, each and every one of the experiences that you are now faced with at this time. We of the host know quite well what it is that you are faced with, for we have walked the physical path many times, while we too learned our lessons and earned our current positions of responsibility, as eventually shall you too. If you feel as though no one could possibly understand what you are going through in your life, then go back and read this message again. For you surely miss the fact that all is connected to all. What you experience is the experience of all, for we all exist within the one who created us. These are the ideas that the holy men of your world would rather you not listen to, for such are the ideas that make these ones unnecessary, and thus they would be out of a job. You have within you a direct connection to God. You do not need another to tell you what you feel in your heart. Learn to trust your inner guidance and learn to follow your heart. And such will guide you to the experiences that will cause you to grow in awareness and thus in ability to create better solutions. I am Lord Michael of the Archangelic Realms. I am your elder brother. Just a bit further along the path that you are now walking. I come as a messenger of truth within the light of the one who is all. Salut. Okay. What a message. And by the way, don't be choose not to worship angels. Angels don't want to be worshipped. Just like Jesus don't want to be worshipped, angels don't want to be worshipped. Archangel Michael just said to us, he's on the same path as we are, just a little bit further up the path. He had to go through exactly what we're going through now. I've shared with you the path of the Chela, right? That is who we are. We are the Chelas on the earth. All right. Very powerful message. Yes. Beautiful message. I think that a lot of you know this and knew it before the message was given. But some, it's good. Repetition is how we get things into our head, right? All right. Does everybody in here knows, because I'm going to go over this a little bit. Everybody in here knows the truth about the flower of life, daisy of death, and the lotus of life, right? If you so choose, if this resonates with you, okay? This symbolism is called the daisy of death. Why? Why, you ask? Because, a lot of light workers push that symbol. They really do. And I want to give you the choice on what you see in it, because I'm going to tell you about this symbol. This is what is commonly referred to as the flower of life, aka the daisy of death, and is somehow passed as sacred geometry, right? We pass it off as sacred geometry, have for years. The Metatronic code problems began billions of years ago in another time matrix with the fall of a specific collective. The point is that the Metatronic code is not a new thing. And certainly the flower of life was not something that Drunvalo came up with. Drunvalo was supposedly the creator of it. He is simply one of the contemporary sources who are promoting it. There are lots of wonderful things in Drunvalo's teachings, but the core of what he is getting at in his teachings is the Metatronic code and his unnatural way to spin your Merkaba, which causes molecular compaction of the seed atom, leading to a loss of eternal life status, i.e., Metatronic. The reason it is seen in so many ancient cultures is because various people and collectives were actively promoting it then, just as they are now. Yes, Christy. In the flower of life pattern, this is I'm gonna explain to you why, okay? Because people are saying why. There's so many light workers pushing it. What is so bad about it? In the flower of life pattern, the diagonals are set at 60 degrees. This is an unnatural energetic and geometrical relationship that prevents the spheres from phasing correctly with the top sphere. Think 3 balls like a pyramid, thus preventing backflow return from God source. When spheres can't phase and spark correctly, they become cut off from the normal flows of eternal life currents, and they become metatronic. The Metatronic code is therefore based on 2 spheres, the Vesica Pisces, instead of the eternal life 3 spheres, the Triveca phase unit. The flower of life is simply taking the Vesica Pisces and expanding on it. Once you can spot this 60-degree diagonal versus 45-degree in Christiac eternal life structures, you can easily differentiate between Christiac and Metatronic easily. Most crop circles are based on the flower of life geometry at 60 degrees, so it's easy to determine the agendas behind them. The flower of life geometry is a soul harvesting net. It forces people's Merkabas to spin in ways that long-term prevents ascension, unless deprogrammed. A method that perpetuates the paradigm of taking a soul as opposed to giving, keeps one in the lower self, the ego. The overlapping circles, as much as it all fits nicely together, only capture and entrap your love light energy. There is nothing sacred about it. The real sacred geometry is found elsewhere. Like the Fibonacci. I call it the fib of no chi. Deeper electromagnetics, for just one example. They are creation to deprogram. Yes. Remember, it's all about angles of light. Again, if this doesn't resonate with you, leave it. I will put this in our Discord so you guys can read it yourselves and do your own research on it. I've done the research. Okay. Connect to your heart space and ask Source that all mutations in Merkaba spin be cleared and cleaned away. Activate with intention. Pale silver and clear bright white light, all as one color. Activate this color as a pillar or sphere. Then cleanse each chakra with crystalline white light. Sphere or pillar, it doesn't matter. Around your entire body that reaches beyond the head and beyond the feet. I also highly recommend the study of the energetic mechanics and the practice of the dynamics in chelantic morphogenic science. Begin with the Maharic seal to anchor the D12 undistorted Christic frequencies. The Light Academy also talks about this. Okay? Yes, yes. I have taught this before. What's the correct sequence? Fibonacci has a 144 in it. Okay. Like I said, Christina, I will leave this paperwork for you to read over so you can do the research that your soul is asking you. So this is freedom teachings. And I've done a little bit of the freedom teachings in classes a while ago. This was a while ago. This was years ago. Probably a year, maybe even over a year. Now you can ascend correctly if you choose to by trusting your heart and cleaning up your ego. Ascension only occurs when based on truth, light, and wisdom of the heart. The flower of love and its infinite possibilities exist as your infinite and loving heart. It is not confined to any geometric pattern. It is free to be itself. It is source in manifestation, capable of infinite greatness and unconditional love. The geometries, I kind of like them, and they are pretty to look at first, but then I start to feel the underlying intent behind them and the frequencies they carry, which are metatronically tuned. What this picture actually represents more than anything else is molecular compaction. This all ties in with the blank slate technology, the beast, and the 666 Metatronic alignment code. Anti-Christaic Metatronic coding. It means to digress from the original Christos divine blueprint. When the precise mathematical geometrical instructions for perpetual motion of the original creation program, the Christ code, from God's source is altered or modified in any way, anti-Christaic expression, the self-regeneration abilities of the manifest forms is interrupted, leading to destruction of the corresponding matter form via self-annihilation of the particle units, pre-matter unit of conscious energy. Okay, this is getting a little more. Are you guys understanding this stuff? If anyone is lost, yes, the Christos spiral has the correct spiral numbers. Okay. Altering the precise Christ code encryption configuration of perpetual motion and eternal life breaks the link with God's source infinite energy supply. Since the modified coding cannot receive any more energy directly from source, only a limited supply of energy remains within its own shield template, functioning as a black hole system that has to suck energy from other systems and progressively self-consumes, therefore has a finite life. It's the looping, right? This is a Metatronic anti-Christaic code configuration, reverse mutation. And unfortunately for anybody who seeks true self-master and empowerment or ascension into eternal life spirals, this is a seriously abundant problem in the spiritual movements these days. When this happens, the manifest being is unable to fulfill the primal purpose and maintain the primal condition. This is the fall. The fall due to Metatronic code configuration is a result of excessive misuse of free will choice, of opposite expression, of divine intention reaching a point at which it jeopardizes the perpetual motion, eternal life expression, and continued existence of cosmic order. The word Metatronic is actually derived from Metatron, which is not just a singular archangel, as taught in most New Age and Kabbalistic circles, but it's the name of a family collective out of an entity. An entity is the first level of ascended masters' conscious collective. The Metatron collective fell. losing its Christ code encryption, because there is a law of physics that says that if you are an ascended master being and send in more than a natural proportion of your energy into the time matrix, say for a salvage mission, if the salvage team you sent in goes down, it takes the whole collective down. I believe this is exactly what happened. The collective made a decision that it would use its knowledge of primal creation physics and that it would take over this time matrix. That was originally what its fallen parts had wanted and what the rest had tried to stop. As long as they were able to feed off of something else that had its life force connection to source, they wouldn't go into implosion, molecular compaction. They were able to create a way of feeding energy off this time matrix and off the phantom matrix into their time matrix. If those two matrices, ours and phantom, were severed, they would go into implosion eventually. They'd get a few billion years of evolution out of it, but eventually they would be a deteriorating system. They would become extinct in terms of the race identity that they held. They would go back to source as space dust, which is as fragmented units of consciousness, and that was unacceptable to them. They created artificial light through a particular synthesis of mathematics, producing a totally polarized light through this process. In their universe, everything is bipolar. The Metatronic bodies that were created through their programming are very interesting structures. They take part of what would be a normal living biological structure, and they take out certain parts of the template that are missing, and they plug in certain parts of the template together. When there's not 30% left of the original template, where you can do bioregenesis to plug it back in to its natural divine blueprint, it creates an atrocity, and it creates something that is not compatible with the mathematics or the scalar frequencies of the Christos divine blueprint for this time matrix or any other one. So in making a choice to be immortal, they made a choice to be finite, because their immortality is dependent on sucking energy from living things, living matrices. They take no responsibility for the fact that they're the ones that created this blasphemy of science. They sealed their own destiny when they created the Metatronic distortion. And at this point, they are simply trying to feed on whatever is available. These fallen finite geometries are the main tools used. Symbolism. That is why even Forest Fairy says sacred geometry is very important. These Metatronic frequencies are not just an issue here for Earth, but for the whole universe and its multidimensional anatomy. It's not like this picture is going to kill you or anything. Don't get me wrong. I actually like it, so long as people are aware of the underlying energetic coding that is present and its subtle effects on our own multidimensional anatomy. Okay? I'm going to say that again. It's not like the picture or the symbol is going to kill you. Don't get me wrong. So long as people are aware of the underlying energetic coding that is present and its subtle effects on our own multidimensional anatomy. Okay? So it's affecting you at a soul level to work with these sacred geometry that are Metatronic. Okay? So, prime example, they're using exactly, someone's saying it's not the Archangel Metatron. It's not. It's a collective. It's different. I don't know why they named it Metatronic. Prime examples of Metatronic geometries and frequencies that I will share with you but spare you the details are the unnatural and inorganic golden Mini Spiral Phi. Phi. P-H-I. Philo, anyone? All of this connects together. Any geometry based on the Fibonacci formula, aka fib of no chi, proportions used in this picture seem to be aligned with them. The golden mean and Fibonacci spirals have no direct connection to their centers. The rectangles and squares, being empty, have little inner structure. They need external structures to get them going. They are progressively removed from source. In its early stages, the Fibonacci spiral isn't a proper spiral. As it expands, it approximates to the golden mean spiral, but only to a scaled-down version of it. The Fibonacci spiral does not have an inner spiral, i.e., it's incapable of converging toward the center. The Fibonacci sequence features a sequence of numerical expansion in which the next expansion number to come is reached by adding together or devouring the two numbers that come before it. If we think of each number as a quantum of energy, then the two previous numbers have added together and consumed in order to become the next number, leaving nothing in their place. The numbers before become finite quanta that must disappear or die in order for the next number to be born. Thus, the numbers within the Fibonacci sequence all represent finite energy forms that will be consumed and cease to exist in order for the next generation to emerge. Also, there is the torus, but what I know it by as the poison apple or gravitron. So we know that Earth is tilted on an axis right now. Again, the gravitron is part of the beast blank slate technology machine that hold the tilt of planet Earth at its unnatural and artificial sustained 23.5 degree angle and is becoming aligned with the natural Earth staff. So this is getting really like, I'm not even really understanding some of this stuff right now. It's talking about the Holy Trinity creation paradigm, comparing the Ikasha Holy Trinity creation paradigm to something else. I have to read this again. I read it years ago, but I haven't read it in a while. And then you have false ascension science. Like I said, I'm going to put this in the Discord. Let you guys look at it yourselves. It goes over the Fibonacci. It goes over the Christos spiral. The true geometry and all that. Yeah, it is. It is very technical and hard to understand. But I will tell you, when you read it yourself, your soul understands it more than if just listening to it, okay? So that is why I'm going to put it into I'll put it into the Discord in my page right now so you guys can get it when you're ready to get it. If you're ready to get it. If you're not ready to get this stuff, you won't be ready. You're only gonna be able to understand it or understand it when you're ready. So I just put it in my page for when you're ready. Okay, and even if you're never ready, that's fine too. This is advanced spiritual things. So yeah, it's a little more advanced than we're used to. But it's coming to the point that all the stuff that isn't as advanced is not even whetting our appetite for knowledge anymore, right? It's learning all these new things. That's fun. Yeah. Who is creating what? Exactly, Navarre. Exactly. Yes. Yep. We have 1 minute till snaps. 1 minute till snaps. Welcome into the Butterfly Sanctuary. If you've never been here before, this is Ascension Class. If you don't resonate with something that I say, that's okay. Just leave it. But if I say it, it is because Spirit has led me to say it. Everything that I say in here is Spirit guided. Yeah. It's good that you guys go off and research on your own, because you're going to learn more from your own inner guidance than anything that I can say to you. All right, here we go. Yes, the Maharic Seal. Start with that. Start with the Maharic Seal. Definitely. I've been doing the Maharic Seal now for almost 2 years, and it makes a huge difference. And this is our butterfly. All y'all are on here, and you empower yourselves, and you help co-create the universe and our new earth. Here is our past loved ones, always with us. Anytime we think of them, all we must do is close our eyes and we can think of what they'd say to us and everything. Here's our room. Miss Forest Fairy did this for us. And this is the dragon energy, the priest, the pan, the joker, the mother goose, the white rabbit, because we go down the rabbit holes, the hummingbird for time travel, the magic. This is also our room, and Steffi did this for us. And this is just to show us that we're always guided, we're always watched over, and we're always protected. This is the rainbow butterflies. This is who we are. We are the rainbow warriors from the Hopi prophecy. This is the song of the 144,000. We thank you, Mother Father, that you have revealed to us your protective universal light. That within this light is complete protection from all destructive forces. That the Holy Spirit of your presence permeates us in this light, and wherever we will the light to descend. And we thank you, Mother Father, that you fill us with your protective fires of love. That within this love is complete protection from all destructive thoughts and feelings. That the consciousness of Christ is lifted up in us in this love, and wherever we will the love to be inflamed. Here is a big old lucky hug to everyone in here, empowering yourself and creating. And we thank you, Mother Father, that you are in us and we are in you, and that through us, your will is sent forth on wings of power. That your purpose is accomplished on earth as it is in heaven. And that through us, your light and love and power is manifest to all the sons and daughters of mankind. We are the love. We are the light. We are the truth. We are. And divine love is working through us here and now to create the new earth and to bring in the new golden age. We started this on 9/8/22, 3 years in here. And this is our healing chain. And all these people have asked us to continue to... All these people have asked us to send our energy so that they can heal themselves. So however you do that, with light language, with Reiki, with crystal healing, with prayer. I'm calling in Archangel Raphael and having him connect his energy to all these beautiful people. And we are going to send them love, light, and healing energy now. Miasatosh koros priyatama korosiata. Miasatosh koros priyatama korosiata. Miasatosh koros priyatama Hey, Todd. All right, guys. Thank you so much for that. All right. We are going to get right into the Lost Key of the Buddha, which is the Immortal Series, Book 3. Okay. Remember, we're having a lesson from John the Revelator. And let's see. Okay. Yes, we all inwardly know it is possible to stand no matter what storms may arise. But the how part is difficulty for many. The key is given in the Buddhist teachings around detachment. When the disciple is not drawn to heaven or hell, happiness or misery, but is willing to stand in his spiritual being, no matter what experience is revolving around him, then and only then can he endure the light of 1,000 suns or the attack of the lowest hell. He will then discover that the attack of what seemed to be overwhelming negative energy has no effect on him. It becomes as if it never was. Does this apply to spiritual feelings also? I asked. Oh, really? I've never even heard of this group. Yeah, Bush Come Down, it's called. Oh, yeah, I've heard this song. Does this apply to spiritual feelings also, I asked. True spiritual feelings touch the life of God, which have no opposites. There are many positive and negative feelings which begin and end. Yet the life of the one God is endless, and all that proceeds from it is also endless. True joy is higher than normal human happiness because it gives a glimpse of the eternal. Joy does not end, but we can withdraw from it for a time. Because it comes from God, we are always drawn back to it. Joy is our destiny. He paused and continued. Now tell me, Elizabeth, why would you use the analogy of the house to explain the principle of maintaining? She thought a moment and stated, even after the house is completed, and we have all the things the way we want, we still have to keep it up. We, or should I say I, have to keep it clean. Hey, I do a few things, I said, feigning hurt feelings. She put her hand on my shoulder and said, you do okay for a guy, sweetie. So what else do you have to do to keep the house up, he asked. Well, you have to mow the lawn, weatherproof it in the winter, do repairs on the roof, plumbing, etc., I said. Then you have to repaint once in a while. Achieving a goal such as the ownership of a home or the possession of a spiritual state is only half the battle, he said. You have seen those who have gained possessions by inheritance or gift, who do not value or maintain them. If attention is not placed on the merit of a possession, it will not be long until it is worthless. A home or a car neglected is soon desired by none. Even so, the seeker must see and understand the value of the spiritual state, and then, by the power of right effort, force his attention on keeping himself centered on the light of his last spiritual manifestation. By the force of will, he must exert this effort to remind himself daily to maintain the highest consciousness he has received. Then, too, he must follow the highest he has received. If he does not do these two things, the light he has attained will slip from him, and his attention will be swept away by forces 8 times the power of those that first stood on the door of progress. So if he is overcome by 8 times the original inertia, one would wonder if such a person could ever progress into spiritual consciousness, I noted. Fortunately, the human spirit cannot be defeated, he said. When one has descended so far into negativity to the extent that the pain becomes unbearable, a pilgrim reaches a point where he feels he must conquer or die. An alcoholic at the end of his rope is a case in point. It is over 8 times as difficult for him to pull himself up and rise above his problem at the end rather than the beginning of his problem. But when the reality of his mistake stares him in the face, he will often find reserves of strength he did not know he had and overcome his addiction once and for all. But many alcoholics die without overcoming their problem, said Elizabeth. And these will come back in a future life and face their 8 devils once more. This will happen again and again until the entity is victorious. But the point to realize here is that all this wasted time and pain and suffering can be bypassed by following the noble eightfold path, particularly by making right effort, as we have been discussing. And the key ingredient in right effort is to learn to center oneself in the light and sustain the highest we know. John then sat back in his chair and took a deep breath. I take it your pause means you are changing the subject, I observed. You are correct, Grasshopper, he said, smiling. It's time to move on to the 7th directive. Tell us what you have there. The 7th is right mindfulness, I said. It is sometimes translated as right thoughts or recollection, but mindfulness is most common. And what do you suppose is meant by this injunction? He asked. From my reading, I gather that it supports the teaching you just gave us. We are to examine and understand our mind and thoughts so we can put them in the right perspective and not allow them to distract us from the spiritual path. Correct, he said. Perhaps a short parable will aid with the understanding. He seemed to formulate a thought and began. There was once a man who had a great love of beauty, pleasure, and comfort. He spent his whole life in pursuit of these until, after years of hard work, he attained success. He not only had money, but also free time to enjoy the good life. And for several years, he had all the enjoyments needed to gladden his heart. Then one day, as he was sitting in his den, sipping a glass of wine, admiring a valuable painting he had just acquired, he received a phone call. It was a kidnapper telling him he had taken his only son and would kill him unless he did exactly as he was told. First, he was to go to the bank and withdraw $100,000. Next, he was to go to 3 different locations and find hidden clues. Upon finding the third, he would know where to deliver the money and recover his boy. The man was alarmed, and immediately his attention was taken off his treasures, his wine and comforts, and placed upon redeeming his son. First, he went to the bank and withdrew $100,000 in cash. As he put the money in a bag, he had no thought about what it could buy or no lust for its value, but only the thought of redeeming his son. The place of the first clue was an art gallery containing many valuable works of the man desired. Normally, he would have enjoyed spending hours looking at the works of beauty, but this time he sought only the clue until it was found. Then, he did not stop to look at the art, but immediately moved on to the next location. The next place was a country club, where he had a membership. Normally, when he visited there, he enjoyed a round of golf or relaxed sipping quality wine with his friends or a dozen other pleasurable activities. But this time it was different. The golf, the wine, the pleasure was still there, yet he paid no attention to anything except finding the second clue. Finally, after a concentrated search, He found the clue and moved on to the third location, which was an exotic nightclub. He entered the club, and to his view were beautiful girls doing striptease acts that would have normally caught his full attention. This time it did not. Even though he could see the beautiful girls in full view, they had no attraction for him. For his complete attention was on finding the next clue. As he searched for the next 20 minutes, he ignored the girls, the comedy acts, the available drinks, and several old friends in attendance. Finally, he found the last clue and put the three together. He then discovered that his boy was back home in his room. Could the kidnapper be so bold as to hold my boy ransom in my own home, he wondered. For a moment, he was afraid to go home, because the kidnapper may kill him, as well as his boy. But he canceled out the fear and departed. He soon burst into the house, then to the boy's bedroom, and found him alone playing games on his computer, seemingly without a care in the world. "What's going on?" demanded the father. "I thought you were kidnapped." "No," said the boy. "I've been fine all along. The problem is that you've been ignoring me for years in pursuit of your various interests and pleasures, and I wanted to see what was most important to you. Do you care more for me or your comforts you so cherish?" The father was upset at first, but then, when he assessed the experience, he realized he had been overlooking some things of real importance. He gave the boy a hug with the promise that he would now make him a higher priority than the passing pleasures of life. John paused again in thought and asked, "Now, tell me what you learned from this parable. Since we're talking about right mindfulness, I assume that the only son represents the priority that we should have, and the pleasures the man enjoyed represents the distractions that take us away from what's really important," I said. "And what is that important thing the boy represents?" he asked, looking at Elizabeth. "I would think it would be the spiritual life," she responded. "We do not realize how important it is until some crisis shakes us to our senses, like my past illness did with us." "Very good," he replied. When the crisis occurred, for the father, right mindfulness became the total dedication of his thoughts toward finding his son. Any attention paid to the drink, the pleasure, and the beauty would have been wrong mindfulness. To find his son, he did not have to deny the existence of pleasure or the senses, but to merely put them in their right place and obtain the power to completely ignore them when the situation required it. Now, tell me how to apply this principle in the spiritual quest we all have at one time or another. I decided to answer and said, "We all go through a long series of lives where we take the path of least resistance, where pleasing the senses seems to be the most important thing. Then, one day, we get a wake-up call. We realize that we are missing the better things of the spirit. When this realization comes, we must then go on a quest to find the clues that will take us to higher consciousness. And to find the clues, we must do what?" he asked. "We must learn to completely ignore the pull of the pleasures of the senses and look for communications from our higher self. So in the end, we can find the full revelation. If we let the pleasures of life distract us, we miss the clues and miss the spiritual life." "But we had some Dom Perignon earlier," noted Elizabeth. "This was a pleasurable activity. Was it wrong-minded for us to drink that?" One of the most profound scriptures given was written by Solomon. Wow. You guys know the significance of Solomon, wherein he said that there is a time and a place for everything. This is also a good seed thought for you to contemplate in finding the second key. Contrary to some current Buddhist thinking, Right mindfulness does not mean you have to ignore pleasure all the time. The key instead is to prioritize your attention. So the spiritual world always takes precedent over the world of the senses. The disciple must attain the mental frame of mind which will give him power to never let the pleasures of the world distract him from his spiritual focus. He must be willing to drop everything that connects him to the sensory world at the drop of a hat, even to living in poverty, suffering, or death. He who overcomes is willing to sacrifice all he has that connects him to the physical world. Some Hindus realized this before the time of Buddha. They felt the only way to liberation was abject poverty and complete denial of pleasure. Some lived naked in the woods and starved themselves to death. The Buddha, Siddhartha, almost fell into this trap and was down to surviving on a couple of grains of rice a day when he had his revelation on the middle way. After the revelation, he taught that neither starvation nor gluttony, complete deprivation or indulgence was the correct path, but instead a course that runs somewhere through the middle. In our modern era, however, current Buddhists read their master's teachings on the control of pleasure and the senses and interpret them in a black and white manner that denies followers to indulge themselves at any time. By comparison, this is the same mistake the ancient Hindus made. The true middle way is not black or white and changes with the circumstance. The keynote to finding this middle is the phrase, a time and a place for all things. After your victory, it was the time and place for our sharing of the Dom-Parion. To have done anything less would have not been following the middle way. That's good to know, I said. Sometimes it just seems right within my soul to indulge a little or to spoil myself. It doesn't seem right to deny ourselves just for the sake of denial. After listening to you, I can see that this attitude was the mistake the Buddha made before his enlightenment. He smiled and replied, it sounds like you are achieving enlightenment yourself. Now, let us move ahead. I see your notes. You have listed the Kataro Sitapatthana. The what? I asked. The 4 foundations of mindfulness, he said. Yes, I suppose I do, but I think English is the middle way when teaching us. John chuckled and replied, yes, I suppose you got me on that one, my friend. As soon as Elizabeth takes her bathroom break, we shall finish that, and then to the last directive. I could tell that Elizabeth was a little uncomfortable with John reading her mind again, but she let it pass and went upstairs to the bathroom. Okay. Wow. Wow. All I can say is wow. Just yes. Don't ever deprive yourself of anything and think that it's going to get you in higher spiritual capacity, because it won't. The middle way is always the best way. We talk about that with the loop, right? We look at the loop, we go in the middle, and that is how we ascend, is through the middle. Can't ascend on either side. Can't ascend on the right or the left. You have to ascend in the middle way, right? Okay, thank you, John, for that lesson today. And that was class for the day. I hope you guys learned as much as I did today. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Wow. I certainly learned a few things today. And I'm going to have to go back and read that Flower of Life thing again. Myself. I did put it in my room in the Discord for anyone that wants to go back and check it out. But like I said, if it doesn't resonate with you right now, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Come back to it if you ever get, some thoughts about it, go back to it when you're ready. All right? We are eternal spiritual beings. There is no rush. No rush to anything. Hey, Yaya. Hello, beautiful. Yes. Hey, Dolly. Hi, darling. Hey, Dolly, have you ever checked out Star Maker? You would fit right in on that app. It's an awesome singing app. And it's just like it's actually connected to TikTok. And it's made for people to open rooms to sing in. Oh, years ago? Okay. Well, it's quite I don't know. I'm just starting with it, so I'm learning every day about the app. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like it. Oh, I love you too. Oh, you saw the glow TikTok? Yep. Spirit had me do that first thing in the morning. Yep. I can find you on there. Oh, you're so welcome, Todd. You're so welcome. We are so blessed to have you with us, brother. Yep. Anyone that wants to join me over there in Star Maker. I haven't found a group yet. I've been thinking about I might make one, but I don't really want to start from scratch. I think I just want to I'm asking Spirit to guide me to the group that is for me. I have something to do with butterflies. I keep running into people with butterflies. No coincidence there. And angels. So, I think Spirit is guiding me to a group of either butterflies or angels. So we'll see where I end up over there. But I've only been over there a week, so I'm not making any hasty decisions because once I start with a group, I'm not going to leave them. I did have to leave the Jesus group though. They worship Jesus and they were all about, they didn't want you singing regular songs. They wanted you all to sing worship songs and they were like a church, and I'm not going to church on an app. I'm sorry, but I'm not doing it. So that one I left that group, but yeah, not gonna do that. They didn't understand that I called Jesus my brother. They were like, no, we worship Jesus. No, well, I don't worship Jesus. I worship God. Oh no, Jesus is the only way. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. Right. Yep. All right, guys, do you want to go over to TikTok and chit chat for a little bit? I know my husband's supposed to be home early today. I don't know what time he's coming, but we're going to go pick up our glasses today. Yeah, let's go over to TikTok for a little bit today. All right, we'll go over in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go over to TikTok. I'll see you over there.